Hi, everyone. So this is the live that I'm doing for the special announcement, and it's all very new and strange to me because this is my first live, and hopefully it should be broadcasting in LinkedIn and Facebook. So I'll just have a quick check before I start talking and find out that actually it's not doing anything. So just bear with me for 1 second as I do that. Yep, I can see myself. So I am live. That's fantastic. So I did share over the week that I have a special announcement. If you are a teacher thinking of transitioning into entrepreneurship, then this is for you, especially for you. So, if you don't know me, I'm just going to quickly introduce myself. And if you are watching this live or you are viewing the replay, please do let me know. Just type in live or replay, and also let me know what location you are listening in from, because I know that I'm connected to people across the world, and it would be nice to know where you are listening. And if you are hopping on live, please do say hello so I can call you by name and say hi. So, just to quickly introduce myself, if you are new to me, my name is Florence, and I am a teacher empowerment coach. And I focus on the areas of well-being, mindset, and empowerment for teachers. And as I go through this live, that will begin to make more sense to you. But yeah, so fundamentally, I'm an empowerment coach for teachers who want to transition out of teaching and create a freedom lifestyle. So be the boss of their own life. So I've got a couple of notes that I've made so I don't miss out any of the really important points that I want to share with you today. So, first of all, I want to talk about actually why I'm doing this live. As I said, I've shared about it a couple of times, and I'm really excited because um, I know how many teachers are feeling stuck right now. They're feeling like, there are no options outside of teaching. And I've been in that place where you feel like the only thing that you can do is teach. And right now, because of a variety of different reasons, teachers are struggling. Um, and they're really questioning whether they want to stay in the career long term. So we've got a lot of teachers, if not thinking about it, actually making the step out of teaching and they're exploring other careers. And that's fantastic. But one thing that's dawned on me is that there's not been much of exploration around entrepreneurship. It's like, oh my gosh, no, I can't do that. I can't go there. And I put out a poll quite recently asking teachers whether they have ever thought about going into entrepreneurship. And the majority of teachers who responded to that poll actually said yes, that they have. Um, but there seems to be some blocks. There seems to be some issues that are stopping them from either stepping into that space and feeling confident about doing so, or really showing up and being visible and um, growing their business. And I can relate to that. I fell into entrepreneurship. It was totally by accident. If you've listened to my story or read about my story, and I do share on Facebook and LinkedIn, I fell into entrepreneurship through coaching, through basically starting a blog and sharing my journey because I burnt out in teaching and I developed a rare autoimmune condition and some mental health complications as a result of developing that condition. And I just wanted to share about my experience. And if it was encouraging to other people, that was just an added bonus. But what that did was it brought people into my life who are like, oh my gosh, can you help me? I can see myself in your story, and you've really come so far in your own journey. Can you help me? And that's how I fell into life coaching. So completely by accident. But because it was completely by accident, there was no strategy, there was no planning for it at all. It took me such a long time to build momentum, and I made so many mistakes. And one of the things that really stood out to me was how much mindset was an instrumental factor in how successful I was in attracting clients, how successful I was in being visible, how successful I was in growing, or even wanting or feeling comfortable or confident in expanding my business. There were so many blocks, so many fears, and I see that a lot with teachers. I mean, the teaching industry, it really does um, challenge us in relation to our confidence and how we view ourselves and how we value ourselves, because the messaging around teachers is that we're never good enough, and we're always trying to constantly prove ourselves, and the cycle is relentless. So when you take all of that, and even if you have a desire to go into entrepreneurship, it can be really difficult to start to overcome some of those mental and emotional blocks. So I see that as one of the huge factors that stop teachers transitioning, and why they feel it's a lot more easy to go into a new career. Yes, you can fail in a career, or you can struggle in finding a career, but it's still a safety net. There's still a sense of um, comfort and safety in comparison to starting your own business. So fundamentally, that's why I decided to do this live, because I understand how difficult it can be to make that transition to being your own boss. Um, so I want to share two things which is going to take the edge off of that for you. And I'm really excited about those two things. So, number one is the Teacher Boss Show. Um, so this came to me as well, it's been brewing for a few weeks now. Um, but this came to me because, as I said, I realized how difficult it can be for teachers to make that transition. So I thought, what can be done to support teachers who are in that place where they're still a little bit confused, they're still a bit uncertain, and maybe they're struggling with confidence or anxiety around stepping into business. And I know from a psychological perspective that hearing the stories of other people that have gone before you and have made that transition and have started their own business can be super encouraging and empowering for you. So the Teacher Boss Show is an interview series with ex-teachers and teachers who are still in the education system, but who are also running a side hustle, so a business on the side. And they're going to be sharing their journeys. They're going to be sharing what has led them to start their own business, what business that they are in. So I'm going to be interviewing people from a wide range of industries, people who are doing it by themselves, people who have started up companies and are doing it with other people. But just so that you can hear from other teachers and hear what's been successful for them, what lessons that they have learned on the way, and also get ideas for your own business if you're still uncertain about what you want to do. So that's the Teacher Boss Show. And I've got a first interview, hopefully next week, planned for next week, Saturday, around this time. So I'm super excited about that. But the other thing that I have been sharing a lot of is the Alive to Thrive community. So this is a membership community, especially for teachers who basically are sick of being stuck. They're sick of being stuck in teaching. They want to thrive in different areas of their life. They want to basically be the boss of their own life. They don't want to feel like they have no other options. And this community is going to focus on different areas. It's going to focus on thriving emotionally, mentally, physically, and financially through creating a freedom lifestyle. So many of the people who will be on the Teacher Boss show will be coming back as guest experts and delivering masterclasses every month on various topics. And this is going to be fantastic because it means that as part of the membership, you will have exposure to so many different guest experts as well. The other thing is that you'll have access to expanding content library covering those areas. So covering health and well-being, mindset, confidence, covering success, covering and building a business and success mindset and money mindset, and even exploring career options if you want to transition to another career and build a business at the same time. There'll be coaching calls every month. And as I said, there'll be a focus on mindset, and you'll be a part of a supportive community with other like minded teachers. Yes, there are other communities online, but as members of those communities, I've found that they can be quite negative. And what you really need, especially when it comes to building something like your own business, is you really want to be surrounded by people who are doing the same thing, who will feed into you in a positive way and who will encourage you to keep on moving forward during those times when it feels difficult, because it will feel difficult. So that's the Alive to Thrive community, and this is for teachers who want to be the boss of their own life. So I'm really excited about those two things. The Teacher Boss Show, interviews with other teachers who have transitioned out of teaching or who are in the process of transitioning out of teaching and who will be sharing their journey with us, and also a Live to Thrive Teacher Boss community as well. So I just want to share the link to Alive to Thrive. So if you are interested in either of those things, then please do go to the link that is on the screen now. This link will take you to the wait list. Now, in the wait list, you'll have the opportunity to read up more around a Life to Thrive community. But once you subscribe, then obviously you will get a free gift, a free welcome gift. But more importantly, I think, is you will receive the weekly newsletters that I send out every Sunday, that will move you a step closer to getting the mindset that you need to transition into starting your own business. So yeah, that's everything that I have to share with you today. As I said, if you are watching live or if you're catching the replay, please do let me know, and also let me know the location that you are viewing from, and yeah, any comments that you have about what I've shared. I would really love to hear your thoughts about it. Okay, thank you. Bye.